Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Scorps, this week we are down and dirty with the tarot, honey. Pretty much just doing tarot. I know I had some pretty deep readings the last little while with all sorts of different oracle decks and whatnot. We might delve into the Oracle of the Radiant Sun for a last message for you at the end of the reading. But I'm using the tarot. I'm going to be using my Everyday Witch Tarot and my Teeny Tiny Rider-Waite deck. Past, present, future energy. That's what we're going to look at, Scorpio. I'm dealing with the weirdest feeling of time and space right now. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if anyone else is feeling it or it's just something I've gone through. But so the last time I did a set of videos was Friday, and this is Sunday as I'm recording this. So like one day's gone by. Honestly, I feel like a week. It's just the weirdest feeling. Like I feel like a week of time has gone by. And I have to sit and think, well, who am I doing next? I thought, Scorpio, I feel like I should have done them a long time ago. And it's just a weird feeling. I'm sitting down to do your reading. And I just feel like, a century has gone by in a 24-hour period. It's the weirdest feeling. Yeah, it's odd. So anyways, that's what I'm feeling right now. So let's get started. It's a general reading. Because it's general, it may or may not resonate, Scorpio. If it does resonate and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that will be at the top of the description within this video. All right, Scorps. Past, present, future energy for Scorpio. Scorpio, past, present, future energy for Scorpio. In the past. In the past, you ended some sort of a cycle here. You completed something, kind of setting out almost like it's in a direction you've never been before. Something about it you haven't experienced before. It's kind of new to you. And in that newness, there is a sense of like kind of doing it on your own here. That's what I'm getting. Doing it on your own. You have the World card, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, you've closed off some sort of a cycle. I feel like though you've closed off, whatever you closed off, I feel like a big part of how that's influencing you moving forward is that you are, you've reached a level of, a certain level of maturity is what I'm getting. And I don't know if it's maturity about relationships, about how you fit in relationships, if it's maturity about, you know, if you kind of took yourself so far in a particular direction in life, your understanding about things, and you kind of took that as far as it could go, and it's almost like you've closed it off somehow, and you're just starting fresh with this Page of Pentacles. I don't feel like you particularly know where you might end up here, but you're definitely moved away from things from your past. Something from your past. And it just has this feeling of needing to go it alone here for something. Okay, currently, the Ten of Cups, the Lovers, the Tower. Wow, what are you breaking down? You're breaking down relationship. You're understanding relationship. You might have actually come across a really good relationship. The Ten of Cups and the Lovers and the Tower, it almost kind of feels like, without looking at clarifiers, it almost kind of feels like earth-shattering. Wow. So connecting with someone on some level here that just kind of feels like everything you ever knew in the past didn't even exist. Like it just broke down with this Tower. For some of you, I do feel like you've left a group or you've left a relationship with the Ten of Cups and the Lovers. What do you have in the future? The Four of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. All right, you're bringing something new in. You know, I get this feeling here. Well, not just a feeling, but just kind of how it's coming out in these cards, like the Page of Pentacles and the Tower. the Three of Wands, and then the King of Pentacles. I kind of get the feeling that you're kind of pulling away from developing some relationships here, and that you're going to be focusing more on practical steps here for your own abundance. There's a sense of practical energy going on around you. Like maybe you're breaking down how you were functioning more on an emotional level, and you're becoming practical about things. The Six of Swords, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, you're definitely going in a different direction here. I'm really curious to get these clarifiers out, because this energy is really intriguing. I want to go right to the Tower, to be honest, because I feel like this Tower is going to tell me exactly what's going on with deep relationship for you here. The Tower, look at it. It has something to do with the Ten of Cups and the Lovers. The King of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. I think you've had to take some sort of lead or control in your own life here and walk away from something. You've almost had to decide. Now this might be, I mean, it could be a romantic relationship. I'm just getting almost like this group feeling, like there's 4 people in this Ten of Cups. It kind of feels like moving away from certain groups, distancing yourself from certain groups. It almost feels like too, like this may not have been expected, but almost as if now that you look back on everything, you kind of think, well, yeah, it makes sense. Because that wasn't sustainable. That wasn't going to go anywhere. What was the Ten of Cups? What is this Ten of Cups? Because it's here in the present. Look at the Ten of Swords. The Knight, it was a slow burn to some kind of an ending here. It was slow. It wasn't really, maybe it didn't feel like it was making much progress. Maybe it kind of felt like the catalyst to indicate to you that you needed to take more practical steps for yourself. Now the Lovers. The Lovers and the Page of Cups. I kind of think you've moved away from anything that doesn't feel, I don't know, like people are trying hard enough. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Like people are just not trying hard enough. And perhaps in the ways that they're trying, it doesn't get anywhere. So I just see you taking this kind of control here in terms of just moving away from it. Yeah, it just feels like certain relationships are maybe just not getting anywhere. So you're moving away from them. Okay, now in the past, you closed something off here with the World. Your strength, yeah, you're not, wow, did you ever? Okay, you have the Hanged Man, the Strength card, and the World. This is really just feeling like finally seeing something for what it is. Finally seeing something for what it is. There was really no other way to see this, feeling like, because it's all major arcana. There was really no way to see this except for what it was, the truth of it. And it did with the Strength card. That's what I said at the beginning. It felt like you developed a part of your personality, something to its full extent here. Like it's something that you'll always have, a part of you working through relationship and working through life now. It's almost like a new tool in your tool belt. And now you've got the Page of Pentacles. So I don't know. Yeah, no, I feel like you might know where you're going here. I do. You may not know exactly all the steps to get there, but I think you've got a better handle on what's needed of you and what works and doesn't work going on around you. The Page of Pentacles. That's a lot of cards. The Nine of Swords. The Page of Wands. Temperance, the Devil, and the Magician. Shit. I gotta tell you. It feels like, I feel like you're walking into something else. That there's only really going to be one real way to see it. Because you got a whole whack of major arcana again. You're walking through dense. This energy feels dense. There's a density to this. There's a density to this. Yeah, there's a density to this. And it does get you overthinking a little bit. Like, where does the density end? It's almost like, kind of feels like you're swimming in jello. It's almost as if you're swimming in jello and you finally get to the end. Oh, I won't have to do that again. But now you're swimming in pudding. I don't know what it is. The Five of Pentacles. This is almost though, this is the past. That's kind of what the past felt like. But now I see you like getting out of the, yeah, the Seven of Wands. You have to protect yourself from something. You have to protect yourself from something. At least you felt that in the past. So it was better to kind of go it alone. It was better to go it alone or do something alone here than protect yourself. I do want to say that, okay, one of the other things I see here from the past with Temperance, the Devil, and the Magician, it feels like time is not in your favor. Like in terms of trying to get somewhere. And isn't that funny? How I said, I felt like maybe it represents a lot of your energy or something that you're going through. I felt like so much time had gone by, but it was only a day. It really, like, it just feels like something has changed enormously. If you've ever felt like you do, like reality shifts along the strings of reality, it kind of feels like that. But for some reason, it doesn't feel like time is on your side, or it didn't in the past. Yeah. I know. So right now, I feel like you're learning how to make your own time, how to find value in your own time. And there's no sense in investing in things that just don't have a return. I know that sounds weird for relationship, but, well, really it's not. I mean, there's certain, you know, if you're looking after an elderly parent, you know, you're kind of returning to them if that's someone that you want to do. You know, there's some parents that could be very abusive, or that you just are never going to see again. But, you know, what I'm trying to say, or like a child or someone, or a minor, or someone who has a disability, or somebody who needs you to kind of look after them, you're not always, the return that you're getting is that you're kind of doing the right thing. I mean, that's often the return. And it may not always feel like it's the best return, because it can be long and hard days where people depend on you for things. But this just feels more like, I don't know, other relationships, or relationships that just don't seem to have the potential to grow. And again, you keep making this choice to do it alone. You did it in the past. You had to protect yourself from something. And now I see you doing it here. And you're doing it in a different way, though. That's what's interesting. In the past, you were kind of defensive. But now I just see you saying, whatever, with the King of Wands, whatever, going this way. Let's see where that goes. So let's see where that goes. You have the Four of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. You're assessing. This feels like assessing. What is it that's dragging me down? What is it that's holding me back? Okay. The Three of Wands. The Seven of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Death card. Oh, you know what I see here? Okay, because with the Three of Wands, it's kind of like expecting things to come in. So it feels like the end of trying to hide something. The end of, or trying to understand things that are hidden from you. Yeah. And it's almost like a revelation in this Four of Swords. Like kind of doing this assessment. What is it that weighs me down and holds me back? And I think there isn't like a clear answer here for that, but because I think, I mean, you're all going to have a different answer for it. But when we go into the Three of Wands with these three cards here, I do feel like you produce some sort of an answer for yourself that was hidden from you before. The King of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands and the Seven of Cups. You have two court cards. The King and Queen of Wands. It almost feels like wanting to take something that you've already created. Now, I don't know if it's something that you're in the process of creating too, because in the past you had like the Page of Pentacles. And then in the future you have the King of Pentacles. So like I see you doing a big upgrade, really, in a way for yourself. It almost seems like taking something that you've built, it's got a foundation here, it's lucrative, and then trying to understand different ways that you can be really creative with it. There's a lot of possibilities in how you could perhaps add more creativity to something that you're doing. The Five of Cups is at the bottom, and the Judgment card, and the Four of Cups, and the Five of Wands. So that's why we're here, the underline. Yeah, I just feel that you're coming from something that's had conflict in it. Maybe that you felt kind of unseen. And to have a new beginning here, you're gonna go forward with disappointing feelings. But, you know, I think that would be expected because you have the Five of Pentacles showing up twice. But it's different ways of deciding I'm gonna go it alone here. And that go it alone, it could be trying to create some sort of project. Maybe you're building a business. Yeah, I don't know what you're creating. But you transform it, and it seems to be able to transform and give you an opening for creativity because you've closed something off and you're finding a new part of your own personality. But in doing that, it really did feel like time was not on your side for some reason. And then here, right now, I see you either making decisions and then possibly actions to end a relationship or some relationships in your life that feel held back. They feel like they don't go anywhere. They feel like you don't get perhaps any reciprocity out of them. And it doesn't feel defensive though. That's the switch that I see here. Now this, I'll go it alone, or maybe just withdrawing your energy from a lot of different areas. This is where you find your leadership. This is where you really come out confident. Yeah. And in this new frame of confident mindset, as opposed to defensive mindset, you are able to determine what it is that weighs you down and holds you back. And that allows you to start manifesting. Oh. So there. Oh, let's go to the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. So it's a final message to you from the universe. Let's see what it is. Final message to you, Scorpio. A message to Scorpio from the universe. A message to Scorpio from the universe. Drama. Mercury and Leo. Maybe but maybe that's what you're leaving. I can't really see what it was that happened kind of beyond here. But yeah, I just feels like you finally saw something for what it was. Mercury and Leo. Okay, the events this could be around. An extravagant presentation, a grand occasion, holding court, mental feats. A creative interest entered into with flamboyance. A love affair through correspondence. Well, that's interesting. I'm wondering actually, with this here, I gotta tell you, I do not see you entering relationship with this spread right here. With the Tower and the Five of Pentacles, it's like you're walking away from all of that. So I don't know if maybe you were involved in some sort of a long distance relationship or like, because correspondence. So you're ending that. I see that there. Now, I also do see the creative aspect, but that's coming up over here too, right? With the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Cups. It just feels like there's a lot of different ways that I could put a creative spin on this. Often when this card is drawn, it indicates pride in the intellectual achievements of children or young people close to the questioner. It can concern pushing those concerned to even greater efforts. There is always a flirtatious element surrounding Leo, and often this card reveals a brief affair more concerned with words than physical activity. Love letters, perhaps. So funny. Because it just almost looks like that's ending, though. But this doesn't feel like it, does it? I don't know it. What's at the bottom? Protection. The moon in Aries. You know, this is intriguing. I gotta read this one for you because if I remember this, I think it has something to do with kids too. Well, you have 2 pages. It's a moon in Aries. Events. Defensive action. Maternal instinct. Business enterprise. Arguments over property. Reluctantly moving. Family upsets or responsibility. In a reading, this card might suggest that the questioner watch that sympathy with another's predicament does not leave him or her vulnerable to manipulation. Ooh, you know, no, I like that. I like it because it kind of, like, it gives more foundation to what I've been finding here for you, excuse me, in these cards. So maybe there was something that felt kind of, like, there was only one way to see this. You finally saw it for what it was, whatever that was. And perhaps it was manipulative. Maybe somebody was always telling you to wait. I don't know. Maybe you were involved in some sort of like love affair or correspondence or long distance relationship. And someone was always saying, oh yeah, no, I'll come and fly by next month or 2 months from now or 3 months. There's something odd with this relationship energy. In a reading, this card might suggest that the questioner watch... Oh yeah, I read that. One could find oneself having to protect one's position. The card may indicate a link with the questioner's talent for buying property or running a business from home. I see so many things coming up in your life right now, and it does feel like you're letting go of something. I don't know, it could have been like a correspondent thing that kind of came up twice. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. I'm going to go do your extended. Thank you so much, my friends. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.